Big blind is $50. Small blind is $25.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Check, please.
Check.
I raise.
The gentleman calls. River.
Raise.
All in $770. The gentleman wins $2,560. This player is out of money. Has left the table.
Caramba. I fold.
I check. Check. I raise. Sorry, but I won.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Raise.
Caramba. I fold.
I am the winner. Fold.
I raise.
The gentleman calls. Flop.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $272. The gentleman calls.
I raise.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $1,041. The gentleman calls. The flop. Turn. River. All in with $722.
I win.
The gentleman calls. Flop.
I raise, por favor.
I fold.
The river.
Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $802. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Fold. I fold.
The gentleman wins $350. The gentleman calls.
I check.
I check. I check.
That is a lot to bet.
I fold.
Caramba. I fold.
I fold.
The flop.
I check.
The gentleman
Turn.
calls. River.
Check.
The gentleman wins $300. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $485.
I fold.
Raise.
The gentleman calls. Flop.
Check.
Turn.
Fold. I fold.
The gentleman wins $465. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The flop. Player checks.
I check.
Raise.
Fold. I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman calls.
I raise, por
fold.
favor.
The gentleman calls. Flop.
Fold.
Now fold.
I check.
The flop.
I check. Fold.
The gentleman wins $175.
I fold.
The gentleman calls.
I check.
Turn. River.
Race. I am the winner.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Turn. All in. 100
The
and river.
Look out for me, man. I fold.
The flop.
Check.
Player checks.
Race. Check. Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $763.
That's a lot to bet. I fold.
The flop.
Check.
Turn.
Check. I check. Fold.
The gentleman wins $150. Flop. The gentleman calls.
I check. Fold.
I raise.
The gentleman calls.
Check.
The flop.
I check.
Player checks. Turn. The river.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $275.
Fold.
Player checks. Flop.
Fold. I fold.
The gentleman wins $150.
Fold. I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman wins $240. The gentleman calls.
Now fold.
The flop.
Check.
Turn.
Check. Fold.
The gentleman wins $208. The gentleman calls. All in $215. Turn.
These are real skills, my friend.
This player is out of money. Player has left the table.
Fold. I fold.
The gentleman wins $75. The gentleman calls. Player checks.
Race.
All in with $839.
I am the winner.
The gentleman calls. The flop.
Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $150. The gentleman calls.
I check. Check.
Turn. Player checks. The river.
Check. Fold, I fold.
The gentleman wins $330.
Fold, I fold.
The gentleman wins $75.
Check.
Turn.
Check.
The river. The gentleman calls.
Give me the chips. Race.
Flop. Turn.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $638.
Check. I raise, por favor. Check. Fold, I fold.
The gentleman wins $2,098. Player checks. Turn. Player checks. The gentleman calls. River.
I am the winner.
The gentleman calls.
Race.
Turn.
Check. Fold, I fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop. The gentleman calls. The river.
I knew I was good.
The gentleman calls.
I check. Fold, I fold.
The gentleman wins $150.
I raise, por favor.
Flop. Turn.
I check. Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $390. The gentleman calls.
I raise, por favor. Qué lástima for you. I won.
The gentleman calls.
I raise, por favor. I got you. Fold.
The gentleman wins $75.
Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $150.
I raise. Oh, I am shaking. Fold, I fold.
The gentleman wins $712. The gentleman calls.
I raise, por favor. I win! Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $75. The gentleman calls. Flop. Player checks.
Fold, I fold.
Player checks. The flop.
Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $150. The gentleman calls. Flop.
Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $150. The gentleman calls. The flop.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $150.
Check.
The flop.
Check. Fold, I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Turn.
Check.
The gentleman wins $652. This player is out of money. Has left the table.